Hello everybody, Hyper Mario Sunshine here, and welcome to my mega analysis of Kirby Air Rider. So we got the Direct just yesterday. Excuse me, oh my god. So we got the Direct yesterday, and I was actually there at Nintendo New York to watch it, and I guess we'll go over some little highlights from my reaction. Obviously, you know, I saw some familiar faces like Anderson Blitz and Kirby GCN 17. So yeah, I was in the reaction, and you know, obviously everything was going great. There was one person that like when they showed Paper Star off. Also, look at the renders, man. I'll go over that in just a little bit, but when they showed off the Paper Star, someone in the crowd was like, "Paper Mario." I believe they'll show it off right over here. Paper Mario! Yeah. It kind of felt like the crowd was... There was like only like a few people. Like I did talk to someone who did play Kirby Air Ride like on the original GameCube when they're about my age. So there were a few people that I knew that played the original, but it seemed like most of the people there have not played it or have played it very little. So I kind of felt like, you know, some people were like, well, like seeing like this new game, like, you know, and all the stuff about it. But yeah, it seems that a lot of people are unfamiliar, and I can't wait for them to fall in love with Air Riders because I fell in love with Air Ride. I feel like I'm going to fall in love with this as well. I guess another big reaction point was when they revealed the characters. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Beam attack! Yeah, I was the one that said, beam attack! Beam attack! Like the way Failboat does. He actually, if you go on Kirby GCN 17's full direct reaction to Kirby Air Riders, you can actually see that Failboat actually did point that out. It's like a nightmare for him now. But yeah, those are some key highlights. And obviously, our last reveal, kind of like... I thought it was Dark Matter too. I thought it was Dark Matter, but it clearly wasn't. A lot of people are saying that it's a brand new character. So, yeah, we're going to go do some analysis. We're going to go through each little itty bit of the Direct. So, yeah, obviously, our song has vocals. It seems that Sakurai, ever since Smash, has basically fallen in love with vocals for the main themes of his games. Also, my only nitpick, I wish this was like the original Kirby Air Ride, like you know, like most Kirby games with their font and whatnot, because this feels so bland. I kind of wished it had, like, you know, the usual Kirby font and, like, the stylistic of how the original Air Ride was. Maybe, like, a little bit of like, a big upgrade of how it looks visually, but, like, in a similar way, like, a similar, like, notch to it. So, yeah, we do know that Sakurai was making this game as a sort of project that he was requested directly by Shinya Takahashi and Satoshi Mitsuhara. And this was actually when he was working on the Smash Ultimate DLC, and it was the proposal that he was talking about during his Creating Games finale special. Yeah, so it was the confidential. A lot of people were theorizing it was either Kid Icarus Uprising HD, because you know, there was the two Bandai Namco studios that were working on Nintendo games, and some people were thinking that they were making Kid Icarus Uprising HD, because Sakurai mentioned how he would like to see the game on a modern console with HD graphics, and yeah, a lot of people were thinking that, and it didn't come to fruition, and a lot of people were thinking that this was a Smash Switch 2, but also that doesn't seem to be the case either, as we got Kirby Air Riders. And yeah, it's also being made by Sora and Bandai Namco, much like Smash. And you actually could see quite a bit of stuff in here is kind of reminiscent of Smash. So we got a voice actor, though I guess like an announcer that's actually voiced, and they actually count down the race. So the original did not have a countdown. It was just a simple, like, sound effect counting down rather than an actual voice over or a voice announcer. So we could see that we do have, the Kirby colors as mentioned in the trailer, or the direct. We do have some returning enemies here, like these enemies over here on the witch brooms. I actually do not know a lot of Kirby enemies' names, despite the fact that I played a lot of Kirby games. So do bear that in mind. We do have a few other returning enemies, and also we do have the return of Rails, which has been pointed out throughout the presentation. So yeah, the controls are very much like the same as the original. Also, we got some new fire enemies. Originally, it was these bird-like creatures. Now, I believe these enemies are either from Kirby, like modern Kirby games, or Kirby 64. So, yeah, we got the button. So, yeah, charging uses the B button on the Switch 2 controller. I don't know if the GameCube controller is going to be supported, or if it is supported, if it's going to be using the A button instead. I hope that there's remapping, because I would love to use the GameCube controller for this game, especially since I played it quite a bit. Next up, let's see what else we got. So we got a few looks at the stages. We got some Cappies. A lot of the Cappies and Waddle Dees very much play, well, not play, but they run around like how they do. They try to get out of your way. These enemies, yeah, these are the ones I'm talking about. These are our new fire enemies that we obtained the fire copy ability. Also, that ghost-like enemy is also back. So those are the fire enemies over there. I'm not sure if they're from Kirby 64 or from the modern Kirby games. But we do get the fire copy ability from them, and the birds are no longer here. And obviously shows off some of the gameplay features that we've grown to know. But we also got the special, which I hope if you remap it, you can use the X button, because I always feel like the X button is way more easier to use on the GameCube controller, because it's right next to the A button horizontally instead of the Y button, which is more vertically. So I hope that I could remap it to that as well. Got a few other enemies here. We do have Sir Knight over there. As we can see, we see the little boxes to show that our fellow racers, those are returning, as you can see over here. So yeah, we got a few, we got the Jet Hammer, we got the Ultra Sword, we got the Spicy Curry. Yeah, there's the Ultra Sword, Jet Hammer, Nightwing, which Sakurai bringing back the 4-winged Meta Knight, which he've always preferred over the 2-winged one. And yeah, seems that the return of 4-winged Meta Knight is officially here in the main game, well, in an actual Kirby game rather than Smash. Spear Cyclone for Bandana D, or Bandana Waddle Dee, whatever you like to say it. Super Spicy Cooking, Chef Kawasaki. So yeah, he's one of the first new characters, aside from Bandana Waddle Dee, outside of like the Big Four, because the Big Four, Sakurai never really ever talked about Bandana Dee before. And the fact that he was like the first character that was shown off that was new, yeah, that was pretty great. But to show off Chef Kawasaki is great. He's always a great mainstay. And yeah, his super spicy cooking is a reference not only to the fact that he cooks, but I feel like it's a reference to Kirby Right Back At Ya, as in one episode, one of the monsters that King Dedede summoned was trying to outdo Chef Kawasaki in cooking the spiciest meal in all of Cappy Town. And they were also both trying to make Kirby finally feel the burn from their food, but Chef Kawasaki inevitably won. But yeah, that's what I think this is in reference of. And also because the spicy curry was also a kind of mainstay in Smash. And we also got Cappies, speaking of Kirby Right Back At Ya, yeah. Finally having their first playable role. We also got Kirby's with the colored Kirby's with their own unique powers as well. And yeah, Cappy, and also the way the splash screen is and the font is very reminiscent of Smash. It's got the whole splash screen and everything, and the renders too. Like if you showed someone Bandana D's splash screen here, let me go. I'm trying to find it here. I'm sorry, that's going to take a little bit. Yeah, imagine showing this to someone in 2019 for Smash. You could just take this picture, went back in time, and people are just freaking out, like, oh my god, is this real? It looks very much like a Smash. And, like, nobody's coming out with, like, any leaks or anything, and, like, all the leakers are just, like, panicking. It's like, huh, I didn't see anything like that. And, like, we're trying to think that we faked it or something, but then, like, years later, they're just like, oh my god, they're a time traveler. I don't know, it'd be kind of funny to think like that. So yeah, aside from that, we get some new types of machines. We have the chariot, which is stuff that are two-wheeled. And we also got the tank ones, which are more focused on boost dashes. So yeah, we got 2 new cart types. And also, I'm not sure if this is in the original, but it's kind of also taking a bit from Smash, but if this was in the original, I do apologize for misremembering. Also, we do have another Kirby color. There's a purple one right over here. So yeah, I'm not sure what the purple one's power is going to be, or if it's just going to keep like a similar power to one of the other Kirbys. But we do have a purple Kirby here, which wasn't talked about. So there likely is going to be unlockable color alts throughout the game on the checklist, if that is to return. So it's like it's basically like an achievement list for 100%ers or people that just like achievement hunting. But yeah, as you can see, the Kirby with the more damaged machine ends up going faster. So I'm thinking, is this a sort of comeback mechanic? Kind of like in Smash when you have high damage on your character, you're on kill percent, so you're actually able to do more damage and more knockback. So I'm wondering if if it is new, is kind of like a comeback mechanic of sorts. So you're low on health, but you can move way faster, and your turns are better too. So yeah, we got some new characters. Everybody was saying that, you know, Sakurai's only going to have characters. If he does have new characters, they're probably going to be from Sakurai leaving games, so there wouldn't be any Magolor or Suzy, but it seems that we were all proven wrong. So we got Magolor, and I do like his special here. How he's, like, when he lands, he, like, casts a spell. Oh, boy. So let me open that. How he casts a spell, and he's kind of, like, waving high, like he's being all nice, and he's trying to look trustworthy, and then, boom, he phases right through, and he backstabs you. Very much the trickster manipulator that he is in Kirby's Return to Dreamland. We got Gooey, who, someone pointed out that he has, like, a dark matter look to him for one of his things. Waddle Doo, obviously I mentioned earlier, the beam attack! But it also turns out that there might be other playable characters as well from Gamescom footage, so we'll go over that after we go over some of the stuff that I noticed in the Direct. Obviously, Knuckle Joe and Suzy, it was great seeing them as well. And yeah, everybody now has the copy ability as well. And also, the random panels are back as well for any copy abilities. Everybody now also has their own unique stats, as we can see here. Top speed, boost, charge, turn, grip, lift, flight speed, attack, maximum HP, and weight. And we could see the cart differences in sizes. So yeah, some characters are more offensive, some are more defensive. These are only courses so far. We have 5 of them, or 4 of them rather. And also the Nintendo Music app also uploaded the special tracks for the pre-release for Kirby Air Riders, which actually makes it the first Switch 2 game. We got some new powers. As explained in the Direct, we got Cutter Kirby making its first appearance in Kirby Air Riders. Some returning ones, Sword and Wheel. Fire got a big buff here, as you can see. It's way easier to control. It's not like this, like, you know, big fire geyser of sorts. It's kind of more like a fireball. Mike Kirby returns. Yeah, everybody else now has copy abilities. So yeah, fire, release a fireball. So yeah, this is way better than the original. So we got Sword. Bomb Kirby also returns. And also it seems that it doesn't explode immediately as it falls down onto the ground. It seems that it actually might explode once the fuse goes down. Cutter Kirby, yeah, that's our first showing of it, and it's very much like a boomerang power. We got Jet making its first appearance in a while. This definitely gives a boost for the engines. Steel Ball, this is an entirely new power-up, but it's very similar to other ball-like powers. But yeah, this definitely seems to be very powerful. I guess you could say it's a Steel Ball run. We got Plasma. It no longer requires you to flick your stick, so no more like spinning it around or doing like a wave dash kind of movement. Even though it didn't really mess up people, I kind of got in the control of it pretty easily, and you could actually just like you could do a quick spin with it to charge it up. And as you guys, I forgot to mention this earlier, but how big of a Kirby Air Ride fan I am. I've been playing this for quite a while. I've even followed the competitive scene and speedrunners. I never speedran or played it competitively myself, but it's just amazing how this game has such this cool scene about it and how interesting it is. Like a lot of other GameCube games. But yeah, Plasma here, it now no longer requires a flick of the stick to charge. Instead it charges on its own. As you can see, it still homes pretty far, but there actually is a nerf to it. We'll probably see it further on in the video. As you can see, some of the Waddle Dees have returned. We see that Sir Knight's riding on his vehicle. But we also see that got some returning enemies as well. Yeah, those transforming guys that becomes all scary and whatnot. Got also Waddle Dees on wagons also returning as well. And Starman not only is a enemy, but is also a newly added character. So this is the first time we've seen high jump referenced in anything in quite a while. Like, I don't remember the last time high jump was in a Kirby game. So we got air ride mode. Obviously playing online, you can have 6 players. Let's see. Sakurai brought us to water wave flow, or whatever it's called. As you can see, it's a lot more rougher waters. All right, here is where it shows off. It's going to fire at full blast. It goes, and then as soon as it hits Meta Knight, it disappears. So yeah, I think they nerfed it quite a bit, because this thing if you fired it out at any point, it would travel stupidly far. Also, remember this for later, by the way. This Sir Kibble icon. But yeah, if you recall in the original, this thing, if it could hit a lot of the opponents ahead of you. It could destroy enemies that are in front of you, or it could destroy your friends. But yeah, once it seems to hit a player character or CPU, it just disappears. So it no longer could hit multiple players and CPUs like it did before. So that's an unfortunate nerf for Plasma. But it is sort of a buff since you don't have to flick I guess a quality of life thing since you don't have to flick the stick. But it would have been way better if they just kept it that way. Unless it originally wasn't supposed to have that to begin with. See, they showed off a good bit of the power, like the different copy abilities. Anyways, we see some icons like Waddle Dee here. And yeah, the splash screen over here is much like Super Smash Brothers. You know, even their renders too. Like, look at the renders; they're all very Smash-like. This actually might be the best Meta Knight render and DDD renders I've ever seen. We'll go back over here to show them. Yeah, look at that. That's a sick render. Same goes for King DDD as well. It really shows both Meta Knight and King DDD's personalities really well. Over here, we got some of the courses that we'll see. We got Floria Fields, you know, our standard area. The light enemies also return. I think they're in, oh my god, what's that? Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, I think they're in. There actually is a reference to Kirby and the Amazing Mirror in here as well, with Cavernous Corners. As you can see, the Golem from that game has returned. It's actually pretty amazing. I remember everybody was getting hyped for it, because I'm guessing a lot of people really liked Amazing Mirror. I know it's probably the best Game Boy Advance Kirby game. I mean, there's only 2, but I heard Nightmare in Dreamland ain't the best for some reason. Like, I don't know what's wrong with it, to be honest. Like, I always hear that people don't like it, but I never understood why. Alright. So yeah, a lot of these places look amazing. The graphics are just so stunning. It's really hard to pick what's better between Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, or Kirby Air Riders. I think all three look great in their own artistic vision. So this is new. I don't know if I don't think this was in the original, but this is kind of like a slipstream, like in Mario Kart, like traveling behind and collecting all these little mini stars to get a boost of sorts. And yeah, also very big quality of life. You don't have to wait for everybody else to finish the race. You can just go and take off right away. So we got some more returning vehicles. Turbo Star, this one is a little bit stubborn when it comes to steering. Slick Star is very confusing with how it turns, but it offers a unique approach. We got the Rocket Star. It's got a bit of a redesign here. I do like the more energy that's like inside instead of it just blowing up like a balloon. Got the Rex Wheelie, which is one of my favorites. It's basically my go-to whenever I saw it, along with any of the other wheelies. Battle Chariot, we got our second chariot, and this one is a heavyweight. Just look how you're just running over all the regular enemies on the field, like you're not taking any damage. We also got game rules. So yeah, this was, a lot of people did not know this, but when I was there at Nintendo New York, but yeah, slow is a option that's been in the original, and it seems that that has returned. We also got our number of laps. We got our versus format, so this could be like a team. Maybe it could be a team one. Maybe it might just be like keep racing till you knock each other out kind of thing. We also got the number of riders and rules for lap. Okay, so yeah, this is the rules. So we do have laps here. Could also just be a singular lap as well. Yeah, they did buff up the speed quite a bit as well. Yeah, you can enable that an option, so that way if you end up losing, you're retired. And they changed the retired screen as well. They didn't just have like you laying down on the floor and just kind of like limping around. You actually go to this screen over here with a kind of presentation that you're just in an empty dark room, which is pretty funny. But yeah, you're fully out of the race. And now for the main event, City Trial. The original map is pretty iconic, but I thought that they were before that, when I first saw this game come out, I thought that maybe they're going to have multiple different City Trial maps, but obviously since they're going to have more players, they need one big one. And yeah, we got a whole lot of stuff. Like some of the stuff that you could say are very similar to the original one. You do have your Wispy Woods area. You have there's your urban area. You have an underground area as well. You have like a place with like you could climb up and go to like the top platforms. You have this floating platform that's golden over here, and you have the sea, a rocky-ish place. But I guess like the Colosseum kind of doesn't really have rocks. It just kind of being that rocky place. There's a secret area as well for you to collect all your stat boost or any other like fallen items there. And you do have your volcano, which Sakurai goes on to say that you could go inside it, but it's a secret that he would rather say for the player to find out on their own. And also, yeah, at Nintendo New York, everybody was, shouting out the name of Sky or going Skya or Skia for some reason. I was just like not into it at all. Like when they were just going like that, I was like, yeah, I get it. I don't know. That's just me. I don't want to like bash on them or anything, but so yeah, Sky here is absolutely crazy. Like how big this thing is, and also this like unlike in the original City Trial, you could actually fall off the map. So we got the Flower Field portion, Urban District, the Plaza. Oh yeah, and also for a first time we get actual enemies on the in City Trial. So there's Waddle Dees and like the light enemies walking around, as you can see here. The subway station. You could travel around the whole thing, much like in the original. We got the forest with Wispy Woods. Unfortunately, no golf course this time around, like in the original. But we do have a Coliseum instead. Got the underground mall, and it looks way better than the original underground area because it just felt like a plain old area, honestly. C looks way more filled up with stuff. And yeah, there's we also got some returning stuff. We can see the various stats around. We see the temporary boost in defense over here. We can actually see the icons for each vehicle that's around. You can swap in the empty machines you find. You can no longer hop off. You can actually use the special button to actually instantly hop on. So yeah, he's talking about how the rules set of being 5 minutes on standard. And the return of some of the stuff. And actually, look at how different like the power boosts are. You actually could see like the flow through it. And I actually originally didn't like this, like how you obtain the items. But now it's kind of grown on me, after seeing it quite a bit. And now the end result screen is definitely very different. Obviously not split screen anymore, but you actually do see the amount of boost that you get in your top speed, boost, offense, and defense. But you'll actually see everything that you got as well, like the whole total. You know, target flight very much looks the same. Has gotten a graphical update texture-wise and everything. Kirby Melee has returned as well. As you can see, this is actually from the original thing, except just upgraded. We got the rocket item back as well. We also got a new fire geyser one as well. There's also the temporary power boost has also returned, as you can see here. There was the cutter icon over there as well for gaining that power up. So yeah, now we have 16, and also, if you can see here, it has a Smash-like screen over here, like how it just pops in, much like Smash. And we also got some color alts. This one for King DDD is very much the exact same thing like the light blue one that he has in Smash. Magolor has his Fallen one, like from Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. We have Dark Meta Knight here from Meta Knight. We got some original ones for Waddle Doo, Bandana D with a purple bandana. We have Cappy with a purple mushroom. I'm guessing these are like the EX versions for Cappy. Waddle Doo might be a reference to something. I don't know. Also, Gooey unfortunately has the a slightly darker blue. This is regular one right here, but he does have. If you go on the website for Kirby Air Riders, he does have a dark blue, which is I don't really like when a character has an alt that's just like slightly lighter or slightly darker version of what they already have. I kind of would have preferred if they did like a silver one, where it kind of mentions like the metal slime, since Gooey's already kind of based off of slime from Dragon Quest. Obviously, the quick spins have returned. We have 8-player local multiplayer. No other color alts here from what it seems. And seems that the volcano area has lava that could damage you, much like in the original, although not as much. Gordos, they also have returned, and they've gotten nerfed. Instead of having just 3 to throw, you actually could only throw 1. So it's gotten quite a bit of a nerf. As you can see, we also got the red boxes also returning that have the power-ups in there. Unfortunately, we don't know if they have the Dragoon and Hydra pieces in there like in the original. Also, the rings finally got a bit of a more usability in there. As, now they have boost stats in them if you fly in them. That way they have more of a usability instead of just, being something you could fly through. Got the energy drink back. The no charge thing has also returned. Also, whoa, hold on. Why did I just saw that. Actually, just noticed that right now. The Rocket Star has a red color here. I don't know why. I wonder if it's from the stat boost, or if it's just like you might actually be able to customize your vehicle, maybe? Like the vehicles also have their own color alts? I don't know. We got Skya here. He's going to go over it. Start off with a compact star, much like in the original. And actually, the descriptions that you get of each of the machines is very much the same thing like in the original. And yeah, you could instantly swap out with Y, as I previously mentioned. And before you had to just get out, and now you could actually just... And you can actually steal people's machines if they're about to break. all the stat boosts have returned, and also the constant spin has also returned as well, as you can see at the right. Yeah, all the boosts are back. Boost, top speed, turn, glide, offense, defense, and heart has also returned. Also, the negative versions have also returned as well, the stat decreasers. And they've got a little bit of a new look. We can find them. Also, the blue boxes. The red has the powers as the copy abilities, as I mentioned before. And yeah, you lose a lot of your stat boosts when you get KO'd. And actually, you actually can see this little icon here of who actually destroyed you, and that little devilish, like mischievous-looking icon over there for who took you down. You actually could see who, like a little camera of who was actually able to do that. Let's see what else we could find. Oh yeah, we got the rocket, the rocket ability, the jet ability over here. It's icon that it's going to have. Also, I love that the foods are all PNGs like in the original. And yeah, we got new events as well. We got items becoming gigantic. We got Gordos coming out of nowhere. The secret room is returning. We got short race and dust up derby. These are also new events. This allows you to race within City Trial, like a little small miniature map of race of sorts, kind of like in Mario Kart's mission modes in a way, where you can race around these little like references to old courses, or even just like around the course, like, you know, some of the areas in the world map. I was kind of hoping, like, when I was younger, I always imagined like you could race through City Trial, like as like a mini game of sorts, like a stadium match. But oh yeah, also there's a negative boost in the background for the for boost over there. There's a temporary defense boost. There's also a temporary offense boost earlier. Also, this is going to be utterly insane. And yeah, luckily you don't get KO'd from like you don't lose your machine after losing the game. And yeah, Krakow is a new event. Dynablade is also returning. Meteors are also returning. They even have the same, both Dynablade and Meteors have the same description like they originally did. Meteors have basically two different events. It's the same thing, but one's with smaller meteors that rush down fast but have small explosions, but there's a lot of them. And the massive ones that only come in like 2 to 5 of them at most, but they have massive explosions, so yeah, that's going to be incredibly crazy. The secret rooms as well, there's actually going to be multiple of them now that I see that. The unidentified pillars, they've also returned, but it's only now instead of just one, and they actually changed the color of it as well. It's no longer pink and purple, it's now black and yellow. And actually multiple pillars, so you could actually, if you see a lot of people going after one, you could actually just go after the other and take it all for yourself. So yeah, that event definitely got changed. We got items become gigantic as a new one. Krakow obviously is new. I hope there's more boss ones. That'd be pretty cool. We got Rush to the Portals, Hurry Hurry as our other new one. Sakurai goes on to explain that sometimes too many stat boosts might be harmful to the player. Also, if you ever noticed this, also there's one of Shift Kawasaki's alts. But and also Sir Kibble has a different look here. This actually might mean that Sir Kibble might be a playable character. As you can see by this icon, it's different from the original icon that I showed earlier. But yeah, Kirby Melee's music, they actually did show a lot of remixed tracks from the original game, like remixed to fit the modern game. But yeah, Kirby Melee actually starts very similar, like its song starts very similar to Melee's Battlefield, like Super Smash Bros. Melee's Battlefield. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, so it's very similar. And also, this appears to be a big enemy that's worth way more points. I thought it was originally going to be like a boss battle, kind of like how in the original Kirby Air Ride, where DDD was a boss battle in Stadium, but you would basically have to team up with everyone to beat him. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like that's going to be returning because DDD is now a playable character. Now, I don't know if they'll have something to replace that with some other character that's going to be non-playable, but yes, it seems like this is going to be what we're going to experience so far. We got some returning ones like Air Glider. We got, obviously, Kirby Melee. Drag Race also returning as well. I don't know if there's going to be any new or older maps as well. We got Target Flight returning. You get 2 tries, and you could always aim for the 100, despite it opening and closing up. Dust Up Derby. We got some returning maps. This one, as I mentioned before. Also, that Fire Geyser item is brand new. Also, the ring has also changed. It was originally just like one circuit, like one ring of sorts, where you could just go around in a circle, but now there's actually some kind of opening in the middle. We got Skydive. It's a new stadium match as well, which kind of reminds me of a Mario Party minigame. I don't remember which one. I think it might be one from 4 or 8. Or 7. With the cannonball. We also got Gourmet Race. Yeah, this is getting its first introduction in Kirby right back at you. Also, I love the PNG foods. And also, he does mention how the stadiums have their own numbers. And we go on here, we find out there's a lot of rules that you could alter and change. One of them being selecting the place that you want to go to. And now, obviously, you could strategize by screwing over one person by picking something that their character won't benefit from. So if you pick Drag Race, knowing that they have a high glide and they're trying to go for target flight or air glider. So we're going to have a quick look at Sakurai's gameplay up next. Obviously, he switches over to the Wing Star. Yeah, there's a lot of returning machines. Let's see, cheese, that's brand new. Also, the trees are breakable, much like in the original, and the underground entries are very much the same, like in the original as well. We're seeing original quite a lot. I even said that a bit in my reaction video. Anyways, I don't know if, again, I don't know if there was any new, like if there's any sign of achievement / a checklist. Anyways, we got a new event of machines now fly more easily, so there's going to be some minor events and some major events. And also, this occurred like 40 seconds in. He's going to the underground mall, and we got, those are the rare item boxes that contain a whole lot of items. So yeah, there's also, I don't recall backing up in the original Kirby Air Ride, so that seems to be new, because I only recall moving forward, like, you know, scooching upward. Now it actually seems like you could back up. Got the rails. There's the rare box, and yeah, there's the Dusty Derby entry. Also, I don't know what the blinking means, as you can see there. Like, some of the characters are just, like, their icons are blinking like a rainbow color, while some are just remaining a singular one. I'm guessing this is because they have a special move built up. That's just my guess, though. Got more items. And also, we just saw another negative. I think that was a negative turn. There was also another item over there. Yeah, that's the fire geyser that we saw earlier. Alright, let's see what else we could get. Yes, the way Sakurai flies around, he says to ignore the thing that was above me, even though he shows it a little bit later on. Gordos are falling through the sky. He also does mention that, you know, the volcano, he won't enter into it. That's for the player to find out. And there's the floating island with the cherry blossom on top. So I guess because it's like a floating island, they kind of want something to fit a lot more, while the original City Trial had a golden statue in the middle of the floating island. Also, I'm not sure if this will be in the original, well, in this game, but in the original, if you got into a new vehicle, you would actually lose your stats. Well, some of them. Not all of them. Trying to see what else we could spot over here. And we got the time running out. And he's going with target flight, and he gets a perfect 200. Pretty easy to get. Also, we got the, so yeah, there's the fire one. Got only 3 shots at it. Gordo's got nerfed. I mean, we got the prediction codex. This was not an item in the original. This would just pop up every now and then, but now it's changed for you to find it. And also, some of them may trick you. And then obviously, sometimes if during the vote ones where you select to go into your own stadium, you might end up being a winner because nobody else picked the same one you wanted to do. So yeah, the rules for this has also come in. We got stadium and active stadiums as well. So it's kind of like if you're going to go for random, you're going to like take out, maybe if you don't want to do target flight, you take that out. So it's going to be kind of like random stages in Smash. We got the number of riders, time as well. Hopefully you could get more than 7 minutes, I hope, because it'd be great to do like very big, giant city trials. And yeah, we got Starlit Journey, which is our theme song for this. It's already available on Nintendo Music. You see all the characters, the various different places that we saw earlier. Actually, wait, one reference that was actually pointed out right over here. This is actually a reference to the original Kirby Air Ride opening, where Kirby with the sword copy ability goes off a cliff with the Warp Star as Meta Knight jumps in and flies right above him. I love this reference so much. And over here, obviously, there's a tease potentially for a story mode of sorts with this new character. Originally, we all thought it was Dark Matter, but after seeing that it has like an engine for an eye, maybe it might be related to Dark Matter. But also the eye as well, being on the left rather than in a singular eye in the middle, seems to show that it's going to be someone new. It seemed to be riding the wheelie bike. Also, yeah, it definitely looks a lot like a Smash trailer. And it's available November 20th. Yeah, this year, the 21st is falling on a Friday, and Nintendo has changed their release dates to be on Thursday. So, yeah, we unfortunately don't get the usual 11-21 release dates that a lot of video games get. Instead, we get the Instead, we're getting 11-20. Anyways, with that, we do have some videos to go through with Kirby Air Riders. We do have from Game Explain. We also have, let me go real quick to Kirby Air Riders Gamescom, because I believe there's also Nintendo Nintendo World Report TV that also has their footage of it. So just go skim through. It seems that everybody's going through the tutorial automatically at Gamescom from a Nintendo representative. And we actually could see over here our character select screen is only this big at the beginning, as you can see. It feels like there might fit a lot more characters, like another 12 maybe another 8. And as you can see, they have like the stock icons, kind of like Smash. As you can see, there's only a few colors for each of them. Also, love that, unlike in Smash, you can actually get the colors to come in right away. Yeah, it seems that most of them only have 2. Some have 3, like Meta Knight and DDD, while Kirby has 4. But it seems that there's definitely going to be more, as we saw with Purple Curly Kirby in the beginning of the game, beginning of the direct. So you can destroy the trees much like in the original. Trying to see what else we could spot that's new. So yeah, we got a new event, Band of Tack stole items. So yeah, instead of just one tack, it's now multiple. And it actually made it easier to take out tack as well, which is really good, because I remember the original tack was a little bit annoying to take on. As you can see, there's multiple different question mark, exclamation points to show off there's multiple tacks that are running about. Spike Kirby has also returned. Yeah, they did not show that off in the original Direct. But yeah, Spike Kirby has returned. Also, there's the icon for Jet Kirby. You actually fall off, much like in any like stage with a fall off. And also, there's a rare box right there. But yeah, there in the original Kirby Air Ride City Trial, there was no place to fall off, so you could just go out like that. We have not yet seen the invincibility candy, but I do know that the temporary speed boost is also returned. Let's see, we've got the red box. Fell off again. Got the portal event. And you get a lot of items that way. Also, at the top right, it actually shows the vehicle that you get, or the panic spin item that they have tamed. So yeah, it shows each one. I think that was an invincibility candy that they just grabbed. Or not, never mind. Oh, the time bomb! It shows a little top right. And we also got the Cutter Kirby. There's the temporary defense again. Nothing else really new from what I'm seeing. Obviously, this shows, this actually shows that there are multiple big pillars. And oh, look what it is! I was mentioning this earlier, but the All Boost is back as well, as you can see right there. So as you can see, there's multiple different pillars that are about. Let's take a look through here. Nothing else yet. Time's starting to run out. The vote process. Alright. Got the cannon item returning. Like the fireworks. And it does show the icon of what you do have and what you don't. Actually shows your character as well over here at the left. I love the UI. It looks very clean. Cracked boxes is also a new event. Was not in the original. So it was making the boxes a lot more easier to grab by basically being already cracked open. Energy drinks have also returned. Maximum tomatoes have also returned. Very much Kirby staples at this point. Alright, let's see. We go to Stadium for a drag race. Next up, Game Explain. I will basically be linking their videos. As you can see, again, they have to go through the tutorial as the Nintendo representative tells them to. Got the title screen. Again, I don't really like it. It looks a little bit bland. Although it does kind of remind me of Smash Ultimate's title screen. It might just be a work in progress for all we know, since it is a demo build. They went Chef Kawasaki. Let's see if there's any other events that we could find. Band of Tax again. Went to the underground area with the caves and the crystals. There's Tack again. It seems that Tack is going to always be underground. And here we got one of the new items as well. We got the Laser Swiper. This thing, especially if you spin with it, it looks like it's going to do a lot of area effectiveness. Also, yeah, Spikes, as we mentioned before, has returned. Oh wow, one of the characters has turned giant. That is definitely a new, either an event or a thing of sorts, like a power-up. And yeah, you could hurt Wispy like before. There's the Curry. Oh, the speed boost has also returned. So yeah, if you collect that, that will basically cause a massive speed boost that kind of is uncontrollable. Let's see what else we got. And yeah, there they are going flying to the floating island above with the cherry blossom. Yeah, there is a lot of items here. Massive mysterious flying machine approaching. The UFO is also making its return. It's also referenced in Kirby. Oh wow, yeah. There's another all boost over there. But yeah, this first made its appearance not only in Kirby Air Ride, but also in Kirby Right Back At Ya. If you don't know why it appeared in Kirby Right Back At Ya, well, this is actually part. Well, basically, they advertised in the West on 4Kids for this to be the 50th episode, like halfway through the series, when airing in the West, because it was supposed to basically coincide with Kirby Air Ride's release to basically advertise the game. But obviously, in the East, when its original release, when they showed off the UFO and all the air ride machines, they basically had the machines be there for the finale, like the Wing Star and and whatnot, were all there. And also, yeah, Wispy, you could hurt him, and as you can see, he's got the sad face going, and obviously can't hurt him else afterwards. Alright, so they go for a gourmet race, if I recall correctly. Yep. As you can see, there's a whole lot of food running about. Also, again, just really like that. There's also a lot of food items that weren't in the original. Like we got a good few chunks of them, and also the big food as well. Alright, this time they decided to go Bandana D. Let's see what else we can find. Yeah, it's probably also going to be more... Oh, whoa, this is a new event. Everyone is tiny. So yeah, there is going to be massive size changes as an event. But yeah, seems that... Got the cannon. Got the temporary speed boost. Oh wow, there's two of them. So yeah, they haven't shown off if Hydra and Dragoon are back, or if we're going to get even new ones. Also, Whirlwind Kirby is also back. Or rather, Tornado Kirby. Also, Fighter Kirby is new. We'll get to show that up. Let's see. Got Tax. Seems like Roman's a huge identified pillars. Trying to see what else we could find. Because I'm just going to be repeating stuff afterwards. Also, I kind of miss the fact that we had a golf course in the original, because in obviously another Kirby Right Back At Ya reference, but DDD wanted to build a golf course either on or next to Wispy Woods. So we got some of the icons for how this stuff looked. Oh, like the cutter, for example. Alright, well there we go. That's it for that. Next up, we're going to look, as you can see, everything with Kirby music posted. That regular Waddle Dee is also, and as you can see here, no bandana. We don't know its special move, but yeah, regular Waddle Dee is in. Fighter Kirby. We got Sonico who posted this on Twitter. Oh wait, that's Fighter, not Whirlwind? Huh. Interesting. I guess Fighter is basically taking its place, but then again, like the way that it's got like the Whirlwind going, and plus the original had like the Whirlwind hat. Alright, next up, from Ripple Star. As you can see, Gooey's mock matter went through a bit of a transformation. So yeah, this time it basically goes to one eye. Next up, Kine is actually in the game. We don't know if Kine's going to be a playable character, but as you can see that Kine's in the water. Kine could also just be a regular enemy or something, but I feel like, knowing Kine, he might end up being like a playable character for all we know. Also, Sir Kibble, as I mentioned before, a different color palette. So some people are theorizing that Sir Kibble's also playable. Never mind, his icon slightly for slightly smaller, like the enemies. Oh, while the playable icons are bigger. So this might be a different enemy icon, maybe. As you can see here, yeah, there is a size difference between them. So we don't know why. Maybe he's just the bigger Sir Kibble, but that is a little bit weird. Yeah, counted as stronger enemy. So yeah, that is a stronger enemy variety of Sir Kibble. So Sir Kibble is not playable, as you can see with the with Sir Knight over here. Yeah, he's basically bigger, but he still has his regular small icon. News and from the direct, the needle is also shown, and what appears to be fighter. Yeah, it's this thing over here. I don't know what it is. It looks like a little ghostly blob. Burn Bond. So yeah, this is the new enemy. Fighter confirmed. There we go. Trying to see what else was confirmed aside from just some funny memes. Very high, so up to 24 characters in the character select is possible. Yeah, and there's also the random as well, much like in Smash. A lot of, basically, it's very much like kart racing Smash. And yeah, that seems to be it. That is everything that has been revealed so far. Now, obviously, there's going to be even more footage shown as Gamescom is still going on, and this weekend is PAX West as well, which is also confirmed to have Kirby Air Riders. So yeah, I think that'll be it. That was my huge mega analysis. Now, obviously, there's probably not everything that I could have covered or everything that I knew about, but we'll see when the game fully comes out if there'll be any other trailers, like an overview trailer of sorts, like a month before the game comes out. But yeah, I think we'll end things off there. Love my videos with a like button. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. And thank you all so much for watching this long analysis video. It's been well over almost an hour. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, peace. Thank you all so much for watching.